friends and residency candidates. With October 21st coming up fast, many people still want to know, should I apply on October 21st without Step 2 CK? Now, this is a very important question for thousands of candidates this year who had delays in their USMLE testing. And we have a couple suggestions to help you decide whether or not you should apply on October 21st if you're missing CK. And the first consideration is if you have a strong Step 1 score on the first attempt, you should most likely just apply on October 21st without the CK. If you're an IMG, you obviously have to pay attention to whether or not programs require ECFMG certification at the time of application or not, which can of course be found in Match Residence customized residency lists for each program. Now, if you had a weak Step 1 score or you had multiple attempts or both, you need to consider whether or not you want to be applying without your CK or to wait and apply with it. Now, there are a couple considerations in this case. If you are going to be taking your CK very early on in the season, you'll have it by late October or early November, you may wish to just wait until you have the CK to apply. Now, if you're not going to take the CK until late November, December, honestly, by that time of year, most programs are going to have finished their first, second, and third rounds of interviews, or at least interview invitations. And so the probability of getting noticed and getting reviewed by programs decreases dramatically the longer you wait to apply during the residency season. And of course, this year, the interview window is much shorter because applications don't go out until October 21st. So in this case, you need to decide, do I want to apply early without the CK, knowing that I have an attempt or a very low score on Step 1, and just risk not having it? Or do I want to apply very late and risk not being seen? And for us, the most important consideration is whether or not you can afford to apply to the number of programs you need to, knowing that you have this weak point in your application. And it's very reasonable to consider waiting a season to apply with a very strong and complete application if finances are an issue. Because there's nothing worse than getting a disheartening application season when you didn't get hardly any interviews and you spent thousands of dollars, and then next year you're not able to apply to the number of programs you need to be competitive. So these are all very important considerations for whether or not you want to be applying without Step 2 CK for the 2021 match cycle. Now, if you have specific questions or scenarios, feel free to leave them in the comments below and we'll get back to you there. Thanks, everybody. Take care.